I'd like to talk about effective second language programming and what it looks like. I'd like to propose this analogy of a wheel to an effective second language program. All the different systems have to work together to have effective second language programming. And we can equate the different systems to the spokes in a wheel. All of the spokes have to be strong, all the different systems, for the wheel to move forward to our goal, which is effective second language programs. The different systems are government, the community and parents, school district, school administration, the classroom, the teacher, and the university. First of all, let's look at our goal of what an effective second language program is. Any effective second language program, the goal would be that students can communicate. And what does communicate mean? It means that students can understand, read, write, and speak with fluency and accuracy in a number of authentic situations, the target language. We always want students to become global citizens. And also, I think we all want students to want to continue learning and to continue learning another language or the same language, and to have the strategies to keep learning that language. Let's look at the first system, the government. And the government's responsibilities can be divided into two areas: financial support and laws. The government is responsible for creating quality learning resources. And the government has to fund the universities adequately. And here we can see that all the different systems are interrelated, because the university, of course, is dependent on the government for money. The government should also provide that capital investment in its teachers and students that are studying to become language teachers and students of a second language. And they can do that through bursaries and providing money for exchange opportunities. It's also the government's responsibility, and not just the government's responsibility, to educate the public about the benefits of learning a second language. As I said, it's not just the government's responsibility, but it's also the schools and the school district's responsibility to educate the parents and communities about the benefits of second language learning. The government is also responsible for the laws. Ideally, the study of a second language should be mandated. The government has to create programs of studies or curriculum, and they are the law. And it's also the government's responsibility to ensure uniform high standards throughout the district or throughout the state or the province. The next system we'll look at is the community and parents. And I put the community and parents together, although the parents are a system within the community. The community and the parents will support second language programming because they've been informed about the benefits of a second language learning. And they're going to find out about it, as I said, from the government, from the school district, and from the school administration. Next, we'll look at the next system, which is the school district itself. The school district will take the laws and it will create policies and regulations to implement the program, the effective second language program. They'll decide how many minutes the language should be taught and how it should be scheduled. It's the school district's responsibility to recruit competent teachers. It's also the school district's responsibility to ensure that there are quality resources for the teachers to use. The school district should ensure that there are smooth transitions from elementary to senior school. And the school district should make sure that there are professional development opportunities for the teachers. School districts should provide consultant support to help mentor new teachers and to keep experienced teachers informed about the latest research. School districts should provide a mentoring program for people new to teaching a second language or for new teachers. School districts need to appreciate their teachers. And they also need to recognize the achievement of their students, and they can do this through events, providing awards, having events to celebrate language learning, or they can also do it through providing credentials, and these can be international credentials, such as DELF, or a bilingual program or diploma provided by the school district. School administration. The schools are a system within the school district, and they're led by the school administration. And the list of responsibilities of the school principal are long. In some districts, it's the principal's responsibility to select the staff. And the principal really needs to make sure that he's got a mixture of new teachers and experienced teachers, because we always have to be thinking about succession and succession building and having an effective program that will continue. A good staff would have a mixture of native speakers and of people who have learned the language as a second language, which can show students that yes, you can learn a second language and be successful. So a good staff would have these characteristics. The school administration has to make sure that he has continuity. He doesn't want new teachers, a turnover of new teachers every year in his program. The school administrator, the principal, has to implement these regulations from the other system that the school district has given him. It's his responsibility to implement them. The principal has to create assignments for the teachers that are reasonable so that the second language teacher can do a good job. It shouldn't be just an add-on. Preferably you would want someone who is a specialist in teaching that second language. It's the school administrator as well, the principal, who's going to create the classes and to make sure that there's a reasonable number of students in those classes. And also that students are more or less at the same level. Of course, we realize that classes are not homogeneous and that we always have to worry about differentiating instruction. But we should keep in mind that we don't want beginners in with very high students. The school administrator also has to provide resources for the teachers and technology. He also has to provide time so that teachers can collaborate and work together and not work in isolation. And he should also ensure that the teachers have professional development. Again, this is related to the school district. But we don't want one-shot PD. We want sustainable PD so that it'll make a difference. And again, as the district does, the school administrator should recognize the achievement of his staff and students. He can do that in newsletters, assemblies, even just with a kind word. Last on the list, and not insignificant, is that a language teacher needs a classroom. And it's the school administrator, the principal, who can make sure